Welcome to Gamers Platform.
Yeah! Good. Oh, baby! Look at that!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Gamers Platform, the only place to be for all your gaming needs. I'm Adam Wolf, and today we got a trailer reaction for you. Actually, two, technically. We're going to be taking a look at Deliver Us Mars. I really enjoyed Deliver Us the Moon. It was a great first attempt by an indie studio, and I'm really excited to see what they got in store for us for Deliver Us Mars. I was kind of hoping that they'd continue Deliver Us the Moon. It might actually be a continuation, but I'm not sure. It's being done, of course, by Kaioken, I believe is how you say their name, Kaioken Interactive, and it's being published by Frontier Developments. I don't really know Frontier Developments. I don't know their background, but we're going to be taking a look at the story trailer first, and then there's a gameplay trailer exclusive to IGN that I'm going to take a look at afterwards. It's like 12 minutes long, but you know, I mean, the story trailer is only like a minute and 46. So let's take a look at this. It is being developed on Unreal Engine 4, which, just like everything else, it is, you know. So let's get into it.
What the hell happened here? This is Kathy. Please come in.
Mission Opera has only one objective.
Bring the Arks and their revolutionary technology back home.
Third person, like the first game.
What do you expect to find on Mars?
I'll see you soon.
That was the one thing about
Kathy, why did
the
you
first
come
game
on
is
this
that
mission
it
so badly?
the voice acting was
2
actually
minutes to cruise
really well
stage
done.
separation. Everybody copy?
The story was
Copy.
really well done. The
Copy.
voice acting was solid.
We are in loss of control.
Ooh, some major frame rate drops, but I mean it's beta, so you know, give it
I can do this.
give it a break.
How does it come to this? Having good intentions isn't hard, Kathy. The hard part is knowing the difference between what's right and what's wrong. We have
Kathy.
to leave.
I will not risk the success of this mission.
How do you stay strong through all of that? How do you stay?
Dad!
Good.
That voice acting was actually really good. February 2nd, 2023. Hey, just like everything else is gonna be in February. Coming to all the major platforms here, minus the Switch, because Switch can't run anything. Oh, Frontier Foundry. Well, it said Frontier, whatever. What was it? Frontier Developments, but yeah, Unreal Engine 4. It looks good. Facial animations are a bit. I don't know if they are planning on getting those ironed out before release. I kind of hope that they do. The first game didn't really have a lot of face revealing. There wasn't much of that at all, if any at all. So this might be a new kind of venture for them to try and do facial capture. Even if they hand animate it, it would be better than having just a dead face, you know? So I'm kind of hoping that they actually do something with it before release. That'd be nice. Let's move over to the gameplay. 12 minutes of gameplay from IGN. I was debating on whether I should do this or not because I kind of want to be surprised, but you know, more than likely it's not spoiler territory, so we'll take a look at what's going on here. The visuals are solid.
Replenish my oxygen.
I remember that little guy.
What?
Well, it might be a different version of the same
How is there
thing,
still
but
oxygen here?
I always enjoy Unreal Engine 4 and what people do with it. You know, it's honestly just a really solid engine. It would be nice to see it on Unreal Engine 5, but that just came out, so I wouldn't expect them to try and translate all this over to Unreal Engine 5. Look at that. That's beautiful. I wonder if they're using photogrammetry. Being that Quixel Megascans is actually a part of Unreal Engine now, they probably did take a lot of the Megascan assets and threw them into the game, which absolutely is what they should do if they didn't. Or what they should have done if they didn't, but this does look like they actually built their game around the Megascans, which is awesome. That partnership just turned out to be such a good idea for a lot of developers because it makes it so much easier to develop environments that way. So it could allow a small team like Kaioken so much access to create a top tier looking game.
That should get us up to the rover. Let's make our way down there so we can take that elevator.
Now, obviously, for those of you who don't know, I'm a huge astronomy buff. I love space. And I love when games take the idea of going to the moon or going to Mars and allowing us to experience that. Even if it's through a video game, especially in VR. It's just such an awesome way to go somewhere where most of us probably will never be able to see. Looks like they took some you gotta aim the pickaxes. Oh, okay, it's just... Gotcha. Looks like they took some things from Tomb Raider. Oof, it's a little rough. Little on the rough side. But I mean, you know, let's all be honest here. I don't think the system that we got for climbing in Tomb Raider was really that realistic. I mean, how fast can you really go when you're picking into a wall of stone? You know, that's probably a little bit more along the lines of like, this is how you would actually do it, because I mean, you're not going to be moving as quickly as possible. But I do think the animations could be ironed out a little bit, and I hope they do get updated. As it says on the bottom, it's beta gameplay, so it's subject to change, and hopefully it does. I have high hopes for this developer. I think they do great work, especially with what they did with Deliver Us the Moon. This is quite ambitious for them, though, I'm telling you. That game actually came out 2018, so they've had a good 4 years to work on this game. Hopefully it paid off. Hopefully 4 years was enough for them. If not, if they gotta delay it, by all means do that. If you guys feel like you can actually make that February 2nd deadline, then awesome. I can't wait. I'll buy it day one. But if you feel like you guys need more time, and I really hope your publisher, you know, understands, then by all means take it. Make sure that this game comes out the way that you guys see it, you know?
The elevator doesn't seem operational. There must be a way to power it.
Okay, so they're skipping ahead here. Probably because of story beats. I actually watched the TV show Mars. I think that was that History Channel? I think it was either History Channel or Discovery Channel that created the show called Mars.
A swinging platform. Maybe I can grapple onto it.
And, oof, that's got to be tough to pull yourself up like that. That's a lot of upper body strength. And that was a good show. It wasn't, like, great. It was a bit... The acting was a bit on the cheese side, if you will. But it was still good. I enjoyed the thought, or at least the vision of what it might be like once we land on Mars. How are they going to survive and, you know, create a colony, the very first colony on Mars. But this is why I like video games, because video games can really visualize and put you in the shoes of somebody who would experience what Mars is really like and how difficult it might be. You know, I mean, you see this sandstorm going on. Not a very hospitable place.
MPT power reduction field.
All right, so we got some puzzle play here.
Supports multiple beams. A resistor. Did Dad make these? That is great.
I like how the camera's pulled out, because I believe, if I remember correctly, in the first game, the camera's right over the shoulder, or close to it anyway. So I like the fact that they pulled the camera back a little bit, kind of give you a wider field of view. Oof, that frame rate though. I think it's down at around 30 at this point. And you know, the thing is that Deliver Us the Moon wasn't a very long experience. I think it was like 10 hours or something like that. It wasn't a full price game as far as I remember. So I can forgive the short length. But you know what? We need more games that are shorter in length, just because of the fact that there are some games that are meant to be experiences rather than like something Ubisoft scale. And a lot of people are also getting burned out on that formula of Ubisoft, where it's like massive open worlds and everything. And apparently even Ubisoft is getting sick of it, because the next Assassin's Creed is going to apparently be back to formula with, like, you know, like the original Assassin's Creed, where it's one city and then you got a couple of extra like smaller cities to travel to, but the main hub is one city. It's not like an entire world, which thank God that's happening. But I'm getting off track. Either way, I have no doubt this game will probably be as long or maybe longer than the first game, but the bottom line is, however long it takes for the developer to tell the story, that should be good enough. So if this game is only 10 hours long, it shouldn't matter. If it's a good experience and you really enjoyed what you played, then does it really need to be any longer? You know? I'm starting to get into that mindset of, like, you know, I'm getting sick of like all these massively huge open world games. You know, I spent 95 hours in Valhalla and I didn't even finish it. I sort of did, but there was like one more interaction with the king that I never really did, because I had to kill all the Templar hidden ones, whatever. But yeah, anyway, so it's interesting, on the back of the robot it says WSA, even though technically they're called the ESA. Maybe they changed it in here Instead of European, it's World Space Administration. I don't know. Yeah, see that? Same symbol and everything. Maybe they couldn't get the rights to actually call it the ESA. You know, because she is British, so technically she would be from the ESA. The European Space Administration. Now, they call this a survival game, and I don't really recall in the first game whether or not I really had to survive, you know, I think the only thing you had to worry about is if you went out onto the moon's surface, you had to worry about oxygen, but, like, that's about it. Looks like that may not even be a factor here. Could be wrong. There were some puzzles where it's like, yeah, you were in a vacuum area, and so you had only a certain amount of oxygen. But in terms of survival, I didn't really feel like I was being pressured to keep my oxygen levels up all the time.
Oh, no. God damn it!
You see the stiffness in the face and everything. The dead-eye stare. Mostly because the eyebrows aren't moving. Like, that's really kind. If the eyebrows were doing something, it'd be way more convincing.
Waiting out the storm to head to the Ark. I hope to see you there.
Yeah, so I'm very excited for this. That looked awesome. I do hope that they actually animate the faces. Even if they don't, I think maybe 90% of the game you're not seeing faces anyway. You're not seeing her face, except for in cutscenes right there. Now that's a big change from the original game. There weren't that many cutscenes, if I recall correctly. So that's definitely new for them to tell the story. So I'm really excited to see their work on cutscenes. And we need more games with cutscenes these days. We're getting away from fully directed cutscenes and storytelling because, you know, ooh, open world, you make the choice. It's like, I don't want to. I really don't want to. Just tell me the story, because I love a good story. So it looks like they're going that direction. I'm really excited for this one. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. Are you excited? Did you play Deliver Us the Moon? I'd like to know. Let me know. If you didn't, I highly recommend it. It's not super expensive. I think it's like $20, something like that. I could be wrong. You can check the stores, you know. And you know, if you're looking to get this game, it's coming out February 2nd, 2023. So be on the lookout for that, along with many other games coming out in February. My wallet is probably going to just cry. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and please join me again in the next one where we'll react to another game trailer that we're really excited for. But until then, I'm Adam Wolf. This is Deliver Us Mars, and I'll see you guys later.